Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Seems like the volume is going lower. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hello, hello. That looks much better. Let me know in the chat what the stream sounds like, what it looks like. Hopefully everything's fine. Let's wait for some people to join the live stream. Just checking if everything seems fine. I'm live everywhere. Okay, let's see if there are any questions. Better now. What's up, Mr. Crypto? Still a little bit quiet. My side, I can probably put the volume up a little bit on my mic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, more than that, I simply can't do. Outside the system. What's up, Paul Foley? Don't know what you mean. Still a little bit quiet. Anyway, I mean, that's good. Okay. It's literally going into some red areas. Well, not too much. I can actually put it up a little bit more. You guys can just put it down on your side. What's up, Mexican Hill? What's up, JJ? What do you think of caviar? I have no idea. Smash the like buttons. If you enjoy the video, subscribe and like. It motivates me to do more of these in the future. Inverse head and shoulders almost confirmed on the daily. What ticker are you talking about? It's probably Pulse Chain because I've seen it a lot. Selling off right now. Bit of a rejection there. Inverted head and shoulders. Let's look at it. I mean, you're probably getting it from B roots, right? So this thing here. And then the head here. This is your neckline. Let's actually use the head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. If you count the neckline here, right, we can't have a neckline down here. So you probably have the neckline right there. It's your left shoulder, your head. Right shoulder. That's a breakout. Let's line it up like this so it looks nice. See how vertical, how symmetrical these lines are. I mean, I don't like it. I'm not a huge proponent of head and shoulders and things. I like double bottoms and W's. It's much simpler, right? Like, there's your W forming here. It's been confirmed once you break above here. And that's been confirmed. Let's look for a larger W. I mean, if we want to look for a larger W, we need to have a pullback here. And that's like 3/4 of a head and shoulders, right? Internet computer, ask Paul Foley. What's up, Hans? What's up, Kesa? I meant for ETH and BTC pair. Okay, so let's start with the macro things. I'll look at ICP after this. So BTC is kind of like in this channel. We're on top of the channel. The 78.6 is over here. This is where the guys that shorted over here get stopped out. They get stopped out over there. Very dangerous up here, right? You guys know I've been hoping and praying for a pullback to these areas, to the 30k area. We're probably not going to see that anymore from here. Let's see what this pullback, that would be a 40% correction. Do we get 40% pullbacks in bull markets? Obviously, the virus scare, That was quite significant. That was a 72% pullback. Let's put on the log scale so I don't have to like worry too much about the scale over there. So that's a 21%. Here is a 31%. Let's see. Maybe we can measure this one. That was a 37% pullback. So this was the accumulation zone. It's still only a 21% pullback. So like 40% pullbacks is very, very rare. You tend to see these 20 to 30% drops in a bull market. So let's say we get to the 30%. It takes us to the 37 area. Let's see if there are some fib levels that are... Here's a reload zone. Yeah, so this 61.8, which is the golden ratio, is all the way there. Whereas the 38.2, which is also one of the golden ratios, this is also called the pump chaser zone. This looks way more valid if we were to see a pullback. Let's see what the Bitcoin dominance is telling us. This looks like distribution. These are new lows and lower highs. And obviously we want this to roll over for an alt season, right? If we pull up these indicators, like this is the faster moving RSI, which is the Willy, the one at the bottom here. I mean, the last time we were this high, let's even put it on the monthly scale. Like the last time we were in these monthly areas was literally the top. Although we had an alt season here, then BTC asserted itself all the way to its first peak. Well, not its first peak, it was around like 40k-ish. Peaked out, made a double top, and this was the massive alt season over here. So could we see a nice little alt season here? A rally into BTC highs. Maybe even not get to that high, just make a double top and then another massive alt season. And this might even break these lows if we get a massive alt season, like in this area here, into the blow off top 2025, 2026. Coinbase bullish, the dollar still bullish here on the weekly. When that is strong, everything else does pretty bad. So this is the ETH BTC scale. Let's put off the log. I mean, look at the monthly here. We're literally at these areas down here on the... So it might need a little bit more time here. It hasn't printed bullish accumulation yet, although it's literally at the lows here. So it can move sideways here, maybe not that long, and maybe pop off. I don't want to get too much in that because these things are boring, right? Maybe you can look at total market cap. I mean, look how overextended it is on the monthly here, right? I mean, we've moved very, very quick this cycle into the altcoins. And you can even see that with the other chart. Now, this is the total market cap outside of the top 10 coins. Just, I mean, look at it up here. That's kind of concerning to me, unfortunately. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to your questions. What do I think of caviar? Because I'm just going to look at altcoins. If there are requests to look at Pulse Chain, we'll do that. So if you want me to take a look at Pulse Chain as well, leave it in the chat. And any specific things you want to take a look at. Caviar versus PLS, right? This is the daily scale. It can get a lot lower on the RSI. This is a V bottom here. We can look where most of the volume was traded, but I can already tell you it needs to go a little bit lower. But it is inside the reload zone. You're not buying the highs here. The problem with this is there are so many coins, right? You don't know if some of them won't come back. after having their initial runs, right? So what you could do is you could wait for a W on the chart to confirm. So those are higher lows. So let's say that was higher low and a higher high once it closes above there. And obviously this can go lower and create structure lower. But either way, this is the area where you should be interested. You're not buying the tops, but the RSI needs a lot more room to come down. There's no bullish divergences on the RSI on the shorter term time frames, so it does look like it needs a little bit lower. Even the 12-hour no bullish divergences, and it never got oversold on the 12-hourly. Can we look at ETH versus wrapped BTC? I'm not quite sure what you want me to take a look at. This is simply just the ratio between BTC and ETH, right? You're getting 18 ETH per BTC. You can invert to the pair, and this would be that ETH BTC ratio, which is this one here. Sorry, that's ETH. ETH compared to BTC, right? This is probably bottomed out here. It needs sideways movement. But this isn't in value. You can look at it here. It never got back to the 61.0. We are in fact below the 61.8. Interesting. But from the last cycle to the high here, we've never really gotten to value. So technically in the overall scheme of things, we are in value, but locally not. But it doesn't seem like you're going to get to these 61.8s, which is where value is at in the shorter term. But this is a whole cycle that played out here. Outside of the resort ecosystem, my favorite color, mine is Internet ICP. Great to have a look at it. Cheers, Hans. Yeah, ICP has a very good chart. I remember when this came out, like all the VCs again dumped on everybody. But believe you me, these things will come back. So this is the monthly scale. Let's go down to the weekly. I think this will tell us much more, because the monthly is not pretty there. I mean, this isn't the pretty chart, the prettiest chart if I look at it again now. Because, okay, so you've got a W there, very sneaky, small little W. Let me put it on the line chart so you guys can see it. You can see the little W, it's valid there. It printed on the weekly, very, very bullish signs. But this is overextended now. It's going a little bit higher. I mean, this looks like distribution. I can't chase it here. If you really wanted ICP, you should wait for it to come into your reload zone at $8. That's where I would start nibbling. And don't be surprised if it even comes back to this area here. Very quick move. Inverse head and shoulders almost confirmed on the daily. ETH, wrapped BTC, PTP. What's that? Pulse spot, right? Everybody's talking about PTP. Well, this is Pulse Trailer Park, right? So I haven't even looked at this chart because when I see B-Root shilling something, the opportunity is not there anymore. It's long gone. I mean, you know, why are we even looking at this chart, right? It doesn't even fulfill my first rule of the 61.8. So if it's not here, I can't even look at it, right? You're probably going to see some exhaustion in these charts at these levels. You can clearly see an uptrend, right? Higher highs and higher lows, yet our indicator is doing the opposite. So that's bearish divergences. But on the candlestick chart, it's not there on the candlestick chart. So yeah, can't get it up here. Call me on your cell phone when it's down here. Or just tag me somewhere when it's cheap. Like I can't, this is not where value is at. Can't mean it can't go higher, right? If it goes higher and just makes higher high and then dumps, that would suck. But if you're getting it down here, the chances of an uptrend is much more likely. Not for PLS. Hans Internet Computer, we've looked at it. FS wants us to take a look at wrapped BTC. So that's the USD chart, just moving sideways here. Oh, that's market cap. We don't want to look at that. We want to look at it versus a wrapped pulse because we want more pulse in the end. Overall, I mean, it's incredibly cheap, right? It's literally at the bottom of its range. Let's see if this actually made new lows. If this made new lows, no, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Looks like a massive W forming. I should buy some. It's now come back nicely. It's again inside the reload zone. I can't fault the granny if she wanted to get some of this here, right? It's literally back at the bottom of the range. This is where we should be interested. Now, I'm not going to risk a lot because it could do absolutely nothing, right? We're just below the point of control, but you can see it's kind of like trying to form a W here. Dude, I'll actually freaking buy this on stream here. But then it's going to dox my wallet because my wallet's going to show up down here. So I just have to take a note on that. I've got wrapped BTC, but this is a golden opportunity to get some more. Okay. Well, let's see if you guys front run me again. So FS, I mean, what more can I say? This is where you should be looking for these things. This is where venture capital is literally interested in this. You're getting it at 580k. Your first double would be 1 million. I mean, it's literally just here, like 1,000,060. This level here, 1,060,060, right at this wick. You can see there's some buyer strapped here. It's going to want to sell. So right at that level is your first double on this coin, and it's versus PLS. So there's no bullish divergences on this chart, unfortunately, but we've got location. We're starting to form market structure. If you want to be very patient, Granny, you'll wait for that level to be defeated and close above for it to go higher. Oi, oi, red squirrel. I'm gonna go to P Tetra for you already because you're probably here for that. We bought the lows on this versus rapid pulse. Let's see what it's done so far. So popped off, now come back. Looks like a large W that's formed. I mean, we literally just popped off, came back, tried to retest. This now looks like a larger W that's forming. You can see it there. And so we're in accumulation here. You're slightly above the reload zone. You should have been getting it here when all of us were getting it. It gave you another chance. Looks like it's on its way again. And when this finally does close above this level, it might be a ways away, a month or a week, or maybe it does it in a day. Whenever it closes above here, you've got a valid breakout. You're probably going to go much higher. And then once you start closing above the all-time highs here, it's off you go. So this looks good here. You had bullish divergences down here. Well, not really. That invalidated it. Either way, it doesn't look bad. It's not in value anymore. It's literally just above it. Could you please take a look at CDP? It's the first crypto pension fund in crypto. CDP. USD. Is it on pulse check? Yeah. Carp DM pension. 100k liquidity. It's older than a month. I think I've seen it once. Ooh, what's going on here? It literally said it's more than a month old. That's weird. It's only got this little bit data. Well, am I doing something wrong? I mean, this is down only. This doesn't look healthy at all. Don't know what's going on here. I'd probably stay far away from something like this, although you do have bullish divergences forming as price is going lower, indicators higher. But you've got no W's. You need higher lows to form in this chart, unfortunately. CDP, it must be this. Car pension fund. Pension fund. Dodge 1, down 20% on the day. Shill to you, buy Mr. B roots where? Somewhere here, I think. You've done a full retracement. You see, you guys, I did an analysis on this and told you guys that it's broken the M. It's done a full retracement now, which is good if you're interested in this, because this is the area where you should be interested. RSI on the 3-day can still go lower. RSI on the daily, what's that, 35.88, 35, still lower. No bullish divergences. The RSI can still go lower. Let's see if this looks like it's done, bro. Milo. Granny's thought on Shinobi and nuts. Love the content. Thanks for the super chat, dude. Let's take a look at that. Hopefully I can find your coins. Shinobi and the nuts. Just leave me a chat and let me know. Okay, here we go. Some is nuts. 6K liquidity, a month old. Okay. And we'll look at Shinobi after that. Ugh. Ouch. I mean, you're doubling out here. You know what? That's technically a W breakout there. Let's look at the RSI and see if it's printed. It's starting to go up. I mean, I'm not going to measure that bulldoze from all the way back there. I mean, you can probably get a double out for this quickly and just yeet out of it. Like, that's your double there. This is a very ugly chart, not gonna lie, but there's a valid W. It's broken out. You could still get to this. I'd probably wait for this candle to confirm. You probably want to see some candles close above here to go higher. But darn, I would risk a very little in this coin and I would take my double and a free position as soon as my PLS position doubles. So I'm entering this at 5,000, literally at 5,000. And my first double would be at 10,000, right, which is this area here. But yeah, technically that's a W. Very low liquidity, so I mean, I might just push the price up with just by me speaking about it. Let's look at Shinobi. Shinobi. 42k liquidity, 12 days old, 5k liquidity. There's so many coins I even have no idea about. So let's look at Raptor BTC. A violent sell-off there. Someone just absolutely wrecked this chart. So we don't have a lot of data. The RSI is coming down nicely. How high is this still up from the lows? That's a 19k from the lows, or 19x from the lows, what I'm saying. I mean, you're inside the reload zone, right? I can't fault the granny if she wanted to get some. Back at this range here. Oh, I mean, this doesn't look bad. So these are obviously bots. Yeah, guys, with these coins, be very careful. Risk a very small percentage of your PLS if you're going to be putting it in here. So, I mean, you don't have a W yet. You've held to the support, and you've got another higher low here. Right. Watch this closely. It needs to hold this area, maybe create a W. So it would look something like that. If it holds this area, it probably is not, because this RSI can go a lot lower. There's no build those yet. So this, I mean, you don't want to be losing these lows here, because then you're going to come all the way down. Best thing to probably do is wait for higher lows and higher high, which is the W that I draw on the chart for you. This can either happen here or down here somewhere. But wherever that higher high forms, that's your buy signal. Because, I mean, this can just continue lower from here. It's very dangerous. And the way you'll manage that is you'll manage your risk. You'll only put a small percentage of your overall portfolio in this. Like literally, I wouldn't put more than $20 in something like this. Because there's going to be a lot more opportunities in the future. So I had your guys' chat up somewhere and I've lost it now. Oh, it's here. What's your thoughts on EX getting rejected at the same resistance every time? Which is why it pumps more PX for you. Also, which one? So that's actually good. We're having, you're getting accumulation here, right? This is what the accumulation phase looks like. So unless you start defeating those bears that obviously either had limit orders or limit orders in their head at this level, it's fine. This is just going to create a nice floor of us moving sideways. And you guys know how I like accumulation, right? So every time higher, low, higher, low, higher, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. I thought I said that wrong. So this is your higher lows, right? You can see the higher lows forming here. Maybe another one, and another one, and another one. This is like a band tightening and tightening, tightening. So my opinion of this is, please keep on rejecting us at these levels until you are sold out. Sell everything at these levels. Let's get rejected here. Maybe it takes 6 more months. Maybe it takes 12 months. Literally, I don't care. Like, the longer this moves sideways, the more explosive the move to the upside will be. Many altcoins, just look at Link, had 500 days of sideways movements, right? We've literally bottomed like yesterday. We need sideways movement. It's been 133 days. Let's measure 500 days for you guys. That takes us to Feb of 2025. That is how long Link moved sideways in its range, right? So unfortunately, we bottomed later. We also peaked later than most coins. So this is healthy. This is needed. What more can I say? Like, I can go over other examples for you guys. There's many coins that have built this market structure. Like, this is Wyckoff accumulation, right? But this is very strong higher lows forming here. Very, very strong. Right, then again, like Pulse Chain, it can just go and ignore my wants and my needs. This is not about me. This is about the chart, right? It can just go. But if we do have a long consolidation or accumulation phase, the knowledge that I have tells me that the explosive phase is just going to be more beautiful and more insane. So also, which one pumps more, PX or EX? If you look at the two ratios of the two, what we currently see, because I can literally just go off the data that we have, they're just moving in a very, very tight range with each other. And until something changes, we will know then. But like I've said, literally from the start to the EX and the PX, I've never heard anyone say this, but it's going to fluctuate. The ratios are going to trade like a normal chart does. Times of overperformance and times of underperformance, right? And I expect EX to hold these lows. Because you can see this is a clear accumulation phase. If we put on the line chart, you can see the W's, right? Small W's in here. Not only that, we've got a larger W on the weekly scale as well. And it's trending higher. What's a Benny Blanco? Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Nope would be awesome. Nope. I had nope. Sold everything. I just farmed the airdrop. It's generally not what my strategy should be. Should have been holding on to at least half of this. It's probably going to perform. I mean, someone is holding the price up here. Someone pumped it up and is now defending the price here. They're trying to hold on to it, but if this fails, don't know where it goes. I mean, you guys know that I love like charts with movement, like organic movement. This looks like a zigzag, looks like a Z on the chart. It looks very unorganic. Like Granny is the perfect example of a chart that I love to see. Because this looks like all charts that I've ever traded, right? You get your peak, you get your consolidation, you get your clear uptrend, right? And it looks the same on WPLS. I mean, it's absolutely, this is a beautiful chart to me. If you want to put on the log scale, the linear is, although it looks dead to most of you, this looks incredibly valuable to me. Because this is what a venture capitalist look for, right? So many retail see this and see opportunities nowhere. Whereas I see it like this. The opportunity is now here, right? Down 80% from the highs. You're creating market structure, which are higher lows on the chart. You're in location. Now we just need to look for bullish divergences, which it does have. Like it sounds like I'm shilling these things, but I just like charts that actually tell me what the hell is going on here. It's like this is very weird. And I don't hate these things. I don't hate them. I don't care if the influencer likes me or hates me. Most of them don't like me because I've got quite a crass personality, and that's fine. I'm not attached to your charts or your coins. I'm just here to trade to them and get more PLS. Me and my technical analysis knowledge tells me that this is an inefficiency here. You're getting lower highs, so you're starting to eat into this. I mean, this is a massive gap. This is a fair value gap. I mean, all of this needs to get filled. Oh yeah, they've got a large whale here, and seems like he's defending the price here. I just can't get it here. Let's just be objective and say, where can I get this, right? This is a V bottom. V bottoms like to be retested. So, I mean, we're far on, so you'll probably look for a W here. Don't know what happens. Very large liquidity. It's going to take a lot of sellers. I don't even know if there's enough sellers left to. But if this chart gets you excited, that's fine. It doesn't get me excited at all. Overall scheme of things, you're in the reload zone. Right, you've got no structure there. This is a V bottom. If it's even hard to chart your, so that's a valid W when you get a higher low, so that's probably a little bit low. Even something like that. It's going to confirm very late. Like, I don't know if it actually, it doesn't matter. Someone bought and sold up there, so. What a crap analysis. I'm sorry for that. My thoughts on PTP. So, too high, hyped by the largest influencer out there. That's like buying BTC after Elon Musk bought and sold it, right? PLSX, and you're buying after his private whatever his inner circle, which would be Ian, etc., or maybe some more people. Then secondly, if you paid for the subscription on Twitter, you're getting Pulse Chain, Trailer Park after the premium guys. Then you're buying it after he posted it publicly on Twitter, and then you're buying after someone pasted it or he made a more than 3 hours now of live streams talking about it. Like the opportunity has left. I'm sorry, right? It doesn't mean it can't go higher. Maybe it does another 30%. So we're looking for 100%, 200, 300, 400, 1000% moves. We're not looking for 30% moves, right? There's no reason to be sitting in front of your computer for 30% spot trading. It's still good and a lot, but that's not why I'm here. PLSX, it's going to look the same as PLS. Getting rejected at staunchly at the 38.2 on the weekly chart. This is called the dump chaser zone. Hopefully we hold up. You still have higher lows which can easily be defended. This is still fine here. So there's no bearish doves really. No bearish doves to speak of. 54.40, 54. So this is already lower here. Price action is higher, yet the indicators are lower. You can see that? That's hidden bullish divergences. Because they've pushed momentum lower, yet they haven't managed to push the price lower. So that's hidden bullish divergence. We just need to turn around here. This is perfect market structure, right? Perfect uptrend. Higher lows, higher highs. Let's just see if we can defend these lows. If you start losing these lows, right, that's a different story. Then we're probably going to come down and retest these areas. Let's look at the ratio between the two, because that's always the most interesting. No bearish dove on the ratio. I mean, very, very, very powerful hidden bullish divergence is forming here. As the momentum for PLSX versus PLS has pretty much reset. Although it's still at 44, we can see how much price action is higher, right? And now we're getting into the weeds and strong technical analysis, right? You guys should be familiar with these things by now. Right, price action is higher, indicators much lower. Strong hidden bullish divergences, but this won't be confirmed for a very long time. But this is good so far, right? Which means PLSX, if it does turn around, if it holds these lows, it's probably to outperform PLS and set new highs here. There was no bullish or bearish doves at the top here, which is also good. So this is a very healthy, like a bull flag. This can even be an F flag. Oh no, this is more like a pennant whenever this closes above. We'll keep that on here, see what happens. We've even got 2 touches there. It's trying to fall below actually now. Let's get this as accurate as possible. It's actually breaking down below now. So a bearish breakdown actually. Start closing candles down here. You're going to come all the way back to retest these levels down here. Okay, so I think I've summarized that beautifully for you guys. Can we check out friendship? Hopefully this is pumping because I've got some of this. Nothing is really pumping. It's down 24%. Ouch! Ouch! That looks terrible. Didn't I buy it on this wick? I should have been. Damn. I think this looks terrible, man. Yeah, you're breaking down. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, right? You have to wait for W's here. This is catching a falling knife at this point. Very little activity. There's 5 people trading this. That's disappointing. This is why you need to manage your risk, right? It could be cool if you could take a look at the Pulse Dogecoin. PLD. Dude, I can't remember these tickers. Guys, if you want me to just leave the ticker out. Pulse Dogecoin. PLSD. Rectum dumping more PLS now. PLSX. Good is forming some hidden bullish divergences. So these are new lows, right? Hopefully you have bullish divergences formed here. Technically from back here. Are we gonna measure it that far? So these are bullish divs on the 3-day. Let's see what the weekly is telling us. Weekly is rolling over. So you've at least got some bullish signs on the 3-day. This is probably the spring here. This is probably bottomed here. Right, don't go throwing your whole portfolio in this. Like, manage your risk, right? Put in a small percentage. But a little bit early, if it had a W on the weekly. Starting to form a W, right? If it closes above there. Very cheap. It's literally, I can imagine everybody probably hates this. But then this is where you should be interested. If you're asking about it, you're probably a bag holder and you're not able to get some here. Right? But there's no structure really yet. There are some bullish divergences on the 1-day and the 3-day. I mean, I can't fault the granny if she wanted some here. 28k liquidity. Pulse Bitcoin. PLSB. Can at least remember that one. This doesn't look bad. Cute little W, eh? It will be confirmed once you break above there. 27, 47, 28. So that is higher. So you have bullish divs here. Price action is lower, indicators moving higher. You guys probably hate my guts for talking about this. This is why I actually like this. W forming, it will be confirmed above. There's maybe still a little bit early, but I would have liked if this wick was a little bit lower. Right, I would love to see a W breakout, right? Something like that. But you've got bullish divs, you've got location because we're at the lows. You're starting to form market structure. Once again, I can't fault the granny for getting some here. It looks like their ecosystem has bottomed. Nice little W. It'd be appreciated if I took a look at ink. Let's look at it versus rapid pulse. It's pretty high here, right? This is not cheap prices anymore. If you want cheap prices, should be waiting for these levels down here, but I can't guarantee it's going to do that, right? So this is versus PLS. Do we have any bulldozers? 5647. So these are all, it's no bulldozers really. Right, if you're a bull, you want candles to close above here. And then obviously here for you to go higher. Still quite high on the RSI. I mean, it's not cheap. Let's look at the 3-day. Huh. Price action is lower yet indicator. So that's hidden bearish doves. No, we won't put too much emphasis on that. God, I really don't know what to tell you guys here. It's like, it's incredibly cheap. I mean, to your first retracement level is, I mean, I think it was a 6x. Oh no, that's a 2x to your first retracement level against your PLS. RSI quite high here on the 3-day. Let's look at the weekly. The RSI on the weekly really hasn't even started yet. But even if I knew this was going to go much higher, I would still wait for a pullback because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get cheaper prices than this. But then again, this wicks and tails like to be eaten. I mean, I really don't know what to tell you guys here. We've got a W. Let's go over our rules. We have location. We have a market structure. There was some bulldoze on the short term, but the buy was down here. We literally talked about it. Yeah, sticking to my strategy, I have to wait for this area here. If it goes lower, I've obviously missed out, but that's just how my strategy works. No one can tell you here which way it's going to go. You can maybe go on shorter time frames. But this looks bullish. These are higher lows on the chart here. It's holding up well here. If it wanted to sell off, it would have gone already now. But it's holding here. What do you think about duck and airplane? I should really go through all of these much quicker. I'm doing a live stream with my Patreon in 15 minutes, so I just need to keep up with that. Louis the Duck down 13%. Louis Vuitton Duck. Let's get it versus Rap. Well, it's coming down nicely now. A million market cap. So you can see all of the volume that happened here, all of the trading back and forth that happened there. Where's our volume? Let's do it like that. So it's just going to be a clear target down here. So value for this, and I can start looking at it here, which is the reload zone. You're pretty close to it. So I can nibble at one of these levels. Or I can wait for a W to form on the chart. Some higher lows. There you go. Something like that. New things like this sometimes just literally tap the 61.8, which is this area here, and then rockets off. So how the granny manages this is she'll have a little bit of an order here, a little bit more when it goes down here, and then the 88.6 level, which is the area down here, if it gets there. Looks like a good area because you can see how it touched here. You don't want the price action to start falling below these previous areas that you created structure. Something like that. Yeah, if this can get to 500k, like at this area down here, that would be quite a deal. Is ZKZX in value yet? Yes. I actually started buying at the 61.8, which is this area here. Let's go to Wrapped versus PLS. Let's put on the 61.8, because you can see I'm currently underwater with this, but I don't mind, because I'll be getting more at the 78.6 level and more at the 88.6 level. So yeah, you can see it slap a bang inside the reload zone, and you don't know if this is going to go lower and give you cheaper prices. Let's see if that's slightly lower. Okay, so that's still fine. Yeah, so if it gets lower, I'll get some more. Holding up well here, the RSI is still quite high. On shorter term time frames, we got nice and low, started forming some bullish divs on the 4 hourly. You're starting to create some market structure here. It looks like it actually wants to go. Not gonna lie. These are higher lows. You had bullish divs on the 4 hour. That looks good, actually. Looks like it's ready to go. If I put on the line chart, you guys can see the clear W's there, eh? Then again, don't go FOMO in your whole bag over here, because it can just roll over. But I've got some. If it wants to go now, it's fine. If it wants to go lower, I will be getting more. It's quite simple. Pepe broke out yesterday. I tweeted about it. It went a little bit higher. Where's Pepe? There we go. Oh, it's going again. Geez, my calls are absolutely brilliant, eh? Look at this. Now, I'm not even going to get to the Twitter guys, because you guys here are keeping me busy. Look at this tweet. Pepe Fork is still down 90%. Weekly chart has a long tight consolidation. Wonder when B roots will be shelling this. This was at a 1,300. We're at 1,700 now. I literally bought the breakout. And off we go. This is the weekly chart. You can see this candle is trading above all of this range here, right? Should have been getting it down here, because if you look on the weekly, you can see the clear W here. Off we go. Now, some would say that this is me bumping the price here. Can't be, guys. I've got very, very little push in this market. I really, really, really doubt it. I mean, if you look at this chart zoomed out, this is what venture capitalist and the granny, they're licking their chops here. Right? This thing's absolutely destroyed from its all-time highs, and then suddenly you get a W, and off you go. I should probably look at my charts. Maybe it's time to sell double here. But a clear W, a beautiful retest. Like, this is why I always say you want to see something like this, right? Breakout, retest. W. Breakout, retest. Off you go. This is called a sign of strength. And it looks like it wants to go higher here. And you guys know what I do. I'm selling halves and doubles into PLS here. So if you want to buy my double here, go right ahead and do that. If you want to chase this, you're feeling extreme FOMO. Right, obviously don't do that, right? I'm being sarcastic. Right, there's a reason why I do this. To teach you guys to hopefully wait for retracements. Terrible. I mean, let's just see how... Okay, so Teddy Bull is coming in here. If I'm not getting to your charts, you should leave super chats. You really don't have to do a lot, right? Just to get my attention. Teddy Bull, so obviously, what's the market cap's 1.2 million, yeah. I mean, please, guys, don't tell me you chased this on the way up, right? It's giving you your opportunity now. But it can rug, right? Anything, just consider everything a scam. This is $1 million liquidity. I mean, if they're gonna rug this, they've obviously put in some liquidity here, because it was almost at 2 million. That's an immense amount of what's the RSI telling us? Ooh, still high. Let's see where all of the volume was traded. Like if you take one thing away from my videos is wait for 60% pullbacks. We're below the point of control. It's where most of the volume was traded. I mean, if I was the granny and I really needed to get some, I'd probably just throw in $10 here and get more when it goes lower. Because you don't want to miss out on these things. I mean, it could just reverse here and go much higher. But the RSI is a little bit concerning. Let's see here. So the RSI got nice and reset here on the hourly. No bull devs though. Let's go even more degen to even shorter term time frames. Yeah, it just got really, really oversold here. I mean, if you really wanted this is where you should be interested, but expect it to go lower and get more if you do get here. Right, this is not financial advice. I'm simply a freaking dude on the internet. Right, you guys don't know what my experience is. I'm not a financial advisor. Go buy bonds. Big BP. 9 months old. What? Have we been trading? It's coming all the way back to this level here. Get some down there if you're interested. Let's look at it versus Wrapped Pulse. Yeah, it's gonna come down all the way back. Hopefully you sold the doubles up here. I mean, it's gonna come back all the way. Literally all the way to this level. That's Big Pepe. Hello, Hans. Thanks for all the content. Unfortunately, I not only 3 weeks about you. Oh, you've only known about me for 3 weeks. Too bad, dude. But I'm gonna be here for the whole bull run if you guys want to learn and etc. etc. If you guys want to support what I do here, like if I can get to like or let's say $600 a month on Patreon, I can literally go full time, like spend all the time during the bull run. Yeah, so if you do want to be a patron of mine, do check out Patreon, right? You get access to private Telegram where I show you my buys and sells, what I'm buying, what I'm selling. And you get question and answers, private videos on Sundays, and that's happening in 5 minutes from now. You're good, Hans. Thanks for the DA. It's a pleasure, bro. Good day, Hans. What do you think of communists? Dude, I had to sell some communists for a new PC. But it was only my initial mint. So I like it. I've got the referral. So if you want, you can mint.com.today. That's my referral website. So yeah, I like it. I've unfortunately had to sell some. Because, yeah. I'd rather sell com because I've got more com coming in the future. BLSP would be interesting too. That's Pulse Spot. Okay, I need to go really quickly because I want to get coffee before Pulse Spot. It's pumping. But we're interested in this chart, right? I mean, you guys can see the clear W on this chart, right? Overall scheme of things. So these were new lows, actually. It never gave me a chance at the 61.8. So, but you can see the clear W, massive W formed here, right? It's even got a smaller W down here. So, I mean, it's still in value. I mean, unfortunately, we've lost at that low. Yeah, I mean, I can't fault the granny even from here. Let's see how high we're off the all-time highs here. It's 50%. That's 64%. It's still valid. I mean, can't fault the granny if she wanted to get some here. So you've got market structure. You've pretty much retested the market structure, which is no, you haven't. It's literally touch and go. But then again, you just have to manage your risk, which means you can't throw a lot in this because what if it rugs? You lose all your money. That's why you only put a little bit in. Crypto Moth, thanks for the kind comments. Have you looked at Monat? Yeah, time, pizza, duck. I mean, there's so much I didn't get to. There's so many coins on my chart. I wanted to talk about gophers. I wanted to talk about Kick and Paul, Kick and Granny pizza. I got free pizza. Bought some at $200 somewhere here. Sold half of everything like at this area down here. Should be probably rebuying. Like I don't like when the market does this. Like gets into the 61.8 and retested it without going to all-time highs. Well, that helps nothing. Either way, I'm going to close this live stream here now because I've got other obligations. Yeah, thanks for the kind comments. Thanks for coming. Thank you for enjoying this live stream with me. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially those that click the like button and subscribe to my channel. So with that being said, I wish you all the best. Play from a position of strength. Please don't get wrecked. There's still a lot of time in the bull run left. I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now.